Hello everyone, I am the Stuttering Gamer, and I'm back again to do reviews of the game consoles I own and the games for them. And for this one, I have probably the favorite of many gamers out there, the original Nintendo. Now, I have this version, but I also have the Toploader, which the original came out in 1986, but the Toploader came out in 93. They were trying to cut costs, both, the 16-bit era was starting and they wanted to cut costs from their original, so they made a Toploader, smaller, obviously top loading, but if you want to play retro Nintendo games, then I suggest that you get one of these, because even though it has a lot of shortcomings, mostly that it's only RF, but the reason is that this will play Nintendo games consistently. That means without, adjusting, blowing, or whatever, like you will with this, because of the bad design of inserting the cartridges. That because they go on top, that the pins match. The pins they match consistently, and so you get a good connection every time. So this works amazingly. So I recommend that if you find this at a good price, like I did, then you get this, because this is an amazing console. But as you can see, size comparison is actually quite small to the original. And like everyone knows, that Nintendo rebooted the video game market after the crash in the 80s. So, everyone just has to thank Nintendo for that, which I think everyone basically has already. So how about we get to some of the games I have for it. Now, the first ones I have are the original Zelda games. Now, this one looks all nice and shiny, doesn't it? This one doesn't. That's why I bought another one, so they can both be shiny together. Yes, shiny. But, the original is, a work of masterpiece. The other one, like a lot of Zelda fans, I didn't like as much. It just didn't have the oomph like this one does, and yeah, Turtles 2, the arcade game, good fighter. Strider, not as good as the 16-bit version, but yeah, it's alright. Star Tropics, a good RPG where your weapon is a yo-yo. How much better can you get with a yo-yo being a weapon? Star Trek, this isn't really the best game, but I got it because, I'm a Star Trek fan, and yeah, this is quite interesting. Someone must have they like engraved it like in the actual like cartridge. I thought that was just kind of weird, but yeah. And of course I have Mario 1, 2, and 3, and of course Duck Hunt. Now I also have Mario 2 and complete in box, though I hate this. I got this for cheap though, so yeah, what you gonna do? But now I don't know if you can see, but this Mario 3 is like in really good condition. I mean, there is no wear on these pins at all. I mean, this Mario 2, I mean, it worked alright, but it wasn't. I mean, you can see there's like some staining there, but this box version is probably just as good condition as this Mario 3, so I'm really happy with that I found that version. Oh, and the one Nintendo case thing I have, I use for Mario 3. Ninja Gaiden 2, hard as hell, but still pretty fun. One of everyone's favorites, Metroid. Don't have to say anything more about that one. The very first Metal Gear game, even though it wasn't really the best Metal Gear game, but still. Mega Man 3, this is the only Mega Man game I have. To tell you the truth, I'm not a huge Mega Man fan. I mean, not saying that the games are bad, in no way am I saying that, because they're awesome games, but I don't know, I never got the... I don't know. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Journey to Silius. This is a hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's also pretty fun. It's a shooter, but I don't know. If you want a challenging shooter, then get Journey to Silius. Kirby's Adventure. This is an awesome game. Now, originally, I thought the Nintendo game the NES game came out first, and then the Game Boy version. But I found out that the Game Boy version came out first, and then the NES version, which I thought that was a little weird. But this is a really good game. Everything about it is awesome. Friday the 13th. I got this for 99 cents, and I felt bad paying that for it. But yeah, it is not the best game. DuckTales. This is a really good game, especially everyone, the famous moon level. But it's also pretty hard. So if you want a challenging game, that's one. Dragon Warrior, probably one of the first big RPGs. Very. I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea, but it's enjoyable all the same. Donkey Kong Classic Arcade Series. Now this is interesting. I have this game for the Atari 2600, ColecoVision, and NES. Oh, that's kind of weird. But what can I say more about that one? One more recent games I bought is Dino Wars. Definitely an interesting shooter, but it's alright. Codename Viper. Yeah. This one doesn't work all that well, so I don't play it that often, but what I have played of it, it's not bad. Now, I have both Contra 1 and 2. The first one is definitely better than the second one, mostly because you get more lives in this one, but yeah, like I say, it's Contra. And the other one is Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. 1 being awesome, 2 being yee, 3 being, yeah, that's actually pretty good. But yeah, you know, I can definitely recommend these two, but this one only if you're a real collector. And Blaster Master, good. It's a good game. And Batman, probably aside from the Arkham Asylum, the only other good Batman game. Oh, about the. Now, I think everyone knows what the original NES controller looked like, but when the NES 2 came out, they decided to match the controller to match the Super Nintendo controller that came out. So it looks, you know, more rounded. You know, got the name Dogbone controller, which you can obviously see why. Though I do say I like playing with that one more. Now, in terms of the light guns, I have both versions. I have this one first, and I bought this one later. They both work fine. Yeah, you know, yeah. So that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.